Hi Pacers, welcome to week 4 of the Summer Trail Running Clinic. I just want to start off by taking a minute to congratulate everybody on their strong runs this weekend. There was a lot of people out there doing some self-supported adventure runs. Some of you got your No Goat, Yes Goat challenges done. Some of you ran the furthest you've ever ran, or maybe overcame some fears and ran on your own for the first time. There were a lot of accomplishments to stack up, and I feel so proud of everybody and really just grateful to be part of the celebration and all of the engagement that's happening that we're able to do through this pandemic and still stay connected. Everybody encouraging one another and showing up for one another. It's been really, really lovely and inspiring to see. So congratulations to everyone on a strong wrap up to week 3. So last week we talked about one of my favorite quotes. A thought is just a thought and it could be changed. And how we can use that to tell ourselves that no matter what happens, you'll take everything as a challenge, and we hashtag rise to the occasion and say, okay, you know, this is going to be tough, but it's still going to be great. And working on how changing our thoughts to get ourselves out of a hard situation, or to keep ourselves motivated, or to know that the payoff is there when we work through those hard moments. So this week we're entering into our final build week before we take a rest week, and I just want to talk a little bit about and focus on the importance of consistency and how important consistency is when it comes to moving your fitness forward. So not only does consistency progress fitness and mental toughness, but it helps build our confidence, which is another really key component of being a well-rounded and happy athlete. And I think that sometimes that lack of confidence is often something that has nothing really to do with our physical ability or our mental abilities, but it is something that holds us back from tapping into that potential. So, spikes in volume, intensity, not taking a proper rest after hard efforts or long efforts, and these sorts of things can help contribute to potential injury, burnout, or illness. And in particular, if you're new to pace, taking it slow and taking your time to build and adapt. If you're just starting into this sport in particular, or maybe even if you're just starting a new routine or starting a new program. So your body needs 4 to 6 weeks to adapt. So again, I'm really going to stress those of you that are new to the clinic, or new to this type of programming, or just starting to build your volume and build your fitness, to not try to pump the brakes a little bit, be patient, and stay out of that comparison trap. Stay in your own lane, check yourself before you wreck yourself, and really just try to stick to nice gradual builds, and look at this as something that is going to be a long term and in your life for a long time, that you're not going to accomplish everything just in the first 12 weeks of this clinic, okay? If some of you are going through moments where you're feeling a bit frustrated, that maybe you don't feel faster, or you can't endure past a certain point without feeling fatigue, maybe your recovery times are taking a little bit longer, if you're having a lot of good workouts and bad workouts and dips and things in your energy, although there's lots of things that can contribute to that, I think the first place to start is, are you being consistent with your training, or are you sort of winging it? And a lot of people sort of start to flounder when they don't have a plan in place, or they are not connected to a purpose with what they're doing. So this goes back to our goal setting. They sort of fly by the seat of their pants instead of checking off the boxes and feeling like they're making progress. Again, that's also how we build more confidence. So those of you that have been nailing your workouts, following the program to a T, it's been really great to see that you guys have been digging deep and accomplishing that. I also want to acknowledge all of those that are doing a great job on this, and encourage you to keep working on consistency the best you can, but to also allow for some moments where you might need to adapt. But still, overall, you're seeing progress, and you are creating a process and a plan. For anyone who feels that consistency maybe isn't the word that they would quite use to describe their journey in this clinic so far, it's not too late to change that and to make that your focus for the next 4 that we're coming into. I think you got to remember, it's through trial and error, making mistakes, having failures or mishaps, and having different levels of success, that we really figure out what's best for our training and what's working for us. So this kind of goes back to the old farmer again, and the perspective, and how we're tying all of this into what's going to help keep us motivated and keep us going. So remember, consistency helps close the gap between where you are today and where you're heading. You need to know where you're heading, and that goes back to your goal setting, and we're breaking that down in 4-week increments so that we're trying to keep it tangible and obtainable. So remember, consistency helps close the gap between where you are today and where you're heading. And therefore, our hashtag for this week is hashtag close the gap, as a reminder of how important consistency is, and to motivate us to get organized, to stay organized, and that showing up and following through will add up to great things, and it's not too late to start. So if you are having a hard time with that, or you're feeling like your life right now is a little scattered or unknown or unpredictable, just start with one day. Make Tuesdays at 6 a.m. Start the consistency somewhere. It doesn't mean that you have to suddenly, plan out your 7 days a week and have everything mapped out and expect it to mirror that every week. Start with something, be consistent with it for a while, add something else. You can make increments as you go. The long-term goal is to be as consistent as you can. Okay, so this week, let's go through some of the information. We've got a lot of information, really, really good information on week 4, so I hope that you guys can all muster up and find some time to have a coffee or a beer or a glass of wine and go through some of the videos this week. We are, the Learn section, I talk about the easy train to proper rest, and how one of the biggest mistakes that athletes make when trying to improve their fitness is they underestimate the importance of proper rest. And without that proper rest, fitness, speed, endurance, it just simply won't improve. And it's really hard for a lot of athletes to back off and to trust that. And there's lots of other reasons. A lot of us have anxiety. Running helps us deal with anxiety, or we have a high stress or stressful jobs or stress going on in our lives. And those workouts help us cope with that. The kicker is you can't rob Peter to pay Paul. So while you might make one thing better, you might be making something else worse, in the sense that you're increasing your risk for injury and for burnout and for illness, for example. So take some time to pull up the Learn section. It talks about how to reduce volume, get more sleep, make more time to stretch, all those sorts of things. And the reason I'm putting that information into week 4 is because week 5 is our rest week. And I want you guys to, although you're working on consistency this week, and hashtag close the gap, I also want you to start to think about all your hard work. You're working for this rest week, because it's during the rest week that all this hard work that you're doing up until this point is going to pay off. Under the mentor section, Stephanie's done a tremendous video on headlamps, and she's broken down 3 different types, 3 different price ranges. If you are in the market for a headlamp and you need the confidence to go into the store and know what you're looking for, check out her video. Tom also did a little bonus video on, he has a fun little DIY, do-it-yourself video on how to turn a buff into a face mask, which is really cute and fun. So you guys can check out those. The Grow section, Hannah has written again a beautiful little blog post on purpose and routines and rituals, and how carving out time for the things that really matter in your life, and they can bring deeper meaning to you. So it's a really quick read, but it's powerful and meaningful. I encourage you guys to check that out. Under the Connect section, so it's the final part 3 breath work with Natalie this Wednesday. It'll be on the website, I think today sometime. You can watch it all together at 8 p.m. if you're not going to the group run at Blue Grouse, or you can watch it at any time throughout the week. It's also your bonus check mark. I had Milan's birthday last week. It's actually this week, so my apologies, Milan. Happy birthday to you for this week. So we want to make sure that we're connecting and celebrating with Milan. Under news this week, we're going to do a t-shirt pickup at Blue Grouse before the run, and I'm going to put that information in the workout video, so you can watch that in a separate video. And just to mark your calendars, for Monday, July 20th at 8:30 p.m., we're going to do the first draw prize and summary of the first 4 weeks of the clinic. So we're going to do the live watch party and celebrate that and give away some great prizes. And I pushed that to 8:30 a little bit later, thinking it's summertime, and I don't even know if any of you are eating past 7 or 7:30 these days. So just a quick review on the Earn Your Check Marks for this week. The hashtags are hashtag Earn Your Check Mark, hashtag Pace Trail Runs, and hashtag Close the Gap. And you can earn your regular check marks by attending Wednesday and Sunday's run. And here's a little, really quick little sneak peek of the awesome summer Pace shirt. So we've not had anything that has really screamed our logo before, and we wanted to do something fun for summer. So here's your summer Pace Trail Runs Clinic t-shirt, and again, there's information on that coming up in the next weekend. So you guys keep it going. You guys are in your last build week. You should be feeling a little bit tired. It's normal to feel tired. Try to stay positive, take care of yourself, get extra sleep, drink lots of water, focus on the positives, and we really look forward to seeing everybody, and those of you that can make it, this Wednesday for an adventure run at Blue Grouse.